This is a recipe you would be proud to serve your family and friends. It's Lobster Chow Mein, Cantonese style.
Today we're at the T&T supermarket. We're going to check out the seafood section. I'm going to make a lobster stir fry, Cantonese style. So let's check it out. These are fresh lobsters that go for $21.98 a pound. So the ones here, they seem pretty fresh. So they're in the tank. So look for the ones where they actually have the tail flapping around. So they seem more lively. So I like the ones with the tail flapping around. They're moving around, the tail is flapping, so it looks like they're more active. But that's just my own theory. This was for a special occasion, so I didn't get a chance to buy it on sale. So basically two of these lobsters. It's $77.25 for two lobsters. They're just under 2 pounds each. I'm not going to demonstrate it, but basically what you do is put your knife here and just drive it in there, and they empty out all the toxins. And that way you have a nice tasting lobster. See how to do it. So I don't want to go into too much detail about this. Just do it, and then so I can put a little bit of salt in there. So you can see all this blue stuff came out. We cut off the tail right now. Okay. Separate the claws right at the joint here, like that. You can use a nut cracker like this. A nut cracker will help you break the shell. Then if you want to actually use your knife, it's a little more dangerous. You can cut it in half like this too, like so you get an extra piece out of it. Basically it's just a shell here. So you see the shell? So some people leave the eggs, cook it, but we're not going to. So we're just going to clean it out. We're going to wash the lobster again. So you do it this way. Just follow the legs here. So this, you can just use a nut cracker just to cut it like that. So these pieces here, we're going to keep it fairly large. There'll be about 3 pieces out of here. That's one. And then another piece here. Like that. So I'm going to wash these pieces again. We're going to cut the tail lengthwise. Like that. So you're going to get maybe 3 pieces out of there. Three pieces out of there. So the tail has the most meat, so people will be looking for the tail when the lobster is served. So I'm going to coat the lobster with cornstarch. So I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of cornstarch in the bag, or you can just do it in a pot or whatever you like, but I just like to put the lobster meat in the bag and then just shake it. So just to coat the lobster pieces. So I put about 6 tablespoons of cornstarch in there. So that should work for all the pieces. If not, add some more cornstarch. I'm going to heat up some oil here. So here I have some peanut oil. I like peanut oil the best. Just personal preference. You can use corn oil. You can use canola oil, but don't use the olive oil. Olive oil has a low burning point. Put the chopstick in the oil, so when you see it bubble like that, that means the oil is ready to deep fry the lobster or whatever food you have. So I have the heat setting at medium to medium high, so I think for now I'm put it on medium, and you may have to turn the heat on up a little bit after. So doing about 3 runs for the lobster. Deep fry it in 3 runs. Just use your spatula to mix it up a little bit. Oh, look at that, look at that. The only better thing than looking at your lobster is to eat it. Oh, look at this lobster meat. This is from the tail. Look at that, look at that. Look at that lobster meat. Wow, that's really tasty. I'm going to cook the noodles. So we're using the Han's famous chow mein noodles. You can use any kind of noodles. These are fresh noodles. So we're going to make 2 bags. This is like 2 orders. Han's has been famous since 1972. We went to the original Han's when we were kids. So they do a lot of noodles now. You can buy from the supermarket. So usually these noodles, it says in the instruction, just put it into hot water. So I'm just going to boil the noodles for about a minute. So just for a minute. So then you can use other kind of noodles. You can use these as just boiled noodles, but I'm going to stir fry it a little bit. So I like it kind of al dente. So here we have the noodles. I'm just going to put in the strainer here. So I won't pour the noodles, I won't pour the water out because this is the first package. We've got another package to go in. Second bag of chow mein going in. So just gonna cook these noodles for about a minute. Even less if you want it more al dente. So I got the wok going now, so it's preheated at medium to medium high heat. I'm going to put 3 to 5 tablespoons of cooking oil. I use peanut oil here. So just strain all the noodles, put it in there. You can put onions in here when you fry the noodles too, like our celery, but I'm just going to stir fry it with just oil. So you can cook this order ahead of time and then put it on a big tray, and you can just reheat it if you have like a party or a big celebration.
To make the sauce, preheat your wok at medium-high to high heat. Then put 3 to 5 tablespoons of cooking oil. I'm using peanut oil. Next we have the aromatics. I like to use large slices of ginger. You can put more or less. And then you can add other aromatics such as onions. So add some sliced onions. And then we'll give that a quick stir fry. Bring up the flavor for the sauce. I'm keeping the noodles warm in the tray, so just take that out just before serving. Now you're going to add 2 to 3 cups of liquid, so you can use chicken broth or just water. There's always more flavor with chicken broth. Then we'll add a teaspoon of salt. I like to use the natural sea salt. And then I'm going to put some regular soy sauce, so I put 3 to 5 tablespoons of light soy sauce, also known as regular soy sauce. Then you bring the sauce to a boil, so let it simmer. And then I'm going to add my favorite sauce, which is the Chinese oyster sauce. So for this size order, I'll put in 3 to 5 tablespoons of Chinese oyster sauce. And then I'm going to thicken the sauce using 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch in half a cup of water. So mix in the cornstarch solution to the thickness that you like. And then just before serving, add some green onions for nice color and flavor. You can put the lobster pieces in the sauce to coat the individual pieces of lobster. So there you have it, my epic version of Lobster Chow Mein, Cantonese style. Enjoy. Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Thanks for checking out my video, and be sure to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe so you can get the next new video. And thanks to my viewers for helping me win the top 20 best Chinese food blogs in the world. And also I was awarded the top 40 China YouTube channels in the world. And also please subscribe, just press the button.